Today I want to talk about peer pressure and how that affects your retirement plans. Without any further ado, let's get started. Unless you have successfully overcome peer pressure, you may be conforming to its negative influences, including behaving in ways that your peer group expects regarding your retirement. So before the peer group's influence, our lives were carefree. We were content with simple pleasures. We were unconcerned with societal expectations. For most of us, this changed when we started school. We confronted peer pressure maybe for the first time, and we felt its judgmental eyes and its pervasive influence. And although many years have passed since our school days, peer pressure can still exert a significant influence over us. So let's explore both the positive and negative aspects of peer pressure and how that can impact our retirement plans. Then I'll give some strategies to mitigate its effects. So peer pressure is a societal influence exerted by members of our peer group. While it's often viewed negatively, it can have both positive and negative consequences. So when we're children, we have this innate need to belong. That's a normal part of growing up. And the desire to fit in often leads children to conform to what the peer group deems acceptable. So for instance, I know that I can recall times when I adopted certain hairstyles, wore certain clothing styles, and followed popular trends. These behaviors illustrate how peer groups can support each other and enhance experiences. So there's also some positive peer pressure that can foster beneficial habits, such as good grooming, punctuality, and goal achievement. It can also motivate us to pursue interests like playing a musical instrument, reading better books, learning new skills. Then there's the negative peer pressure. Problems arise when peer pressure becomes negative. And this is particularly during adolescence. This is when the peer group may influence individuals to act against their better judgment. The negative peer pressure can manifest in behaviors such as excessive drinking, smoking, engaging in casual sex, as well as shoplifting, sneaking out, and cutting class. Many of you in this audience, I'm sure, have had peer pressure. We all understand peer pressure, particularly in our teens. But with strong family support and core values, adolescents can separate themselves from negative influences, making decisions that reflect their individual values and long-term goals. So, how does peer pressure impact adults? Even in middle age and beyond, some of us continue to exhibit behaviors driven by concerns about other people's opinions. We may feel compelled to conform to group standards despite our personal inclinations, leading to unwise choices and ultimately unhappiness. So let's talk about peer pressure and retirement. I'd like you to consider these questions to understand how peer pressure may be influencing your retirement choices. The questions go like this. Do I feel the need to conform to social norms? Does my peer group pressure me to maintain a lifestyle that no longer serves me? Do I do things I don't want to avoid feeling different from friends and family? Am I more concerned with image than personal excitement and satisfaction? Do I adhere to the status quo due to fear of peer ridicule? Do I hide my true feelings to avoid being considered odd? You may need to do a little bit of soul searching to answer those questions. So, cultivating independence and self-reliance. To make authentic retirement decisions, it's essential to cultivate independence and self-reliance. Check out my video on self-reliance to learn more about my views on that. So, what does this mean? Independence and self-reliance. It's believing in your ability to make decisions in your best interest and being willing to diverge from the norm if it serves you. Prioritizing your excitement and fulfillment over others' opinions. I want to give you an example about my husband and I. We've always made decisions based on our values, regardless of peer opinions. This is not to say that we didn't ever have any peer pressure, but for the most part, we have been self-reliant and have done a lot of things that have been different than our peer group. For example, we married young. Rebel retiree was 18. I was 17. We started a family early. We had 3 children. Then we had 2 more after a 19-year gap. We're still married, and people thought that that was really crazy. We made lifestyle choices that were often met with skepticism from our peers. Yet we prioritized our dreams and retired to a location that suited our desires, despite it being unconventional. So we moved a great distance away from the place that we grew up. And this independence has allowed us to create a retirement truly reflective of our desires. So here are some strategies to overcome retirement peer pressure. To resist peer pressure during retirement, stop allowing others to influence your decisions. Remember, it's your retirement, not theirs. Align with your spouse on your retirement vision can also fortify your resolve. So here are some tips for overcoming retirement peer pressure. Know yourself. Identify what makes you feel fulfilled, what you value, and the legacy you want to leave. And that legacy doesn't have to be money. Affirm yourself. Trust your heart. Dismiss concerns about other people's opinions, and affirm that it's your time to live the life you want. Assert yourself. Communicate your plans confidently and make eye contact with those people who doubt you. Value yourself. Trust your judgment. Hold yourself in high regard and adhere to your principles. In conclusion, everyone encounters peer pressure, beginning in childhood and extending into adulthood. And while peer pressure can be positive by encouraging goal achievement, it becomes detrimental when it leads to actions that do not reflect our true selves. Peer pressure can complicate retirement plans by fostering fear of following your heart. So don't be afraid to follow the path with the heart. Understand yourself, affirm your decisions, and have confidence in your retirement plans. This will enable you to conquer peer pressure and live the retirement life you truly deserve. That wraps it up, folks. I want to ask you to leave your comments and questions below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I want to thank you for watching. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement, and I'll see you next time. Hey, you guys, please take a look around my channel. I have hundreds of videos on topics including Social Security, Medicare, how to get out of debt, pros and cons of moving, relationship issues, health topics, and more. And all of these videos are based on my experience and what I have learned in retirement. And I know that many people are worried about money in retirement, and this is exactly why Rebel Retiree and I created our just-in-time retirement series. And it's absolutely free, you guys, so it doesn't hurt to take a look at it. It's a mindset-based retirement planning strategy that eliminates waste and aligns your finances with your goals and values. With continuous improvement, you free up your resources to create an abundant retirement lifestyle. So I recommend viewing the playlist on this channel. And to get the full picture, visit our website, rebelretirement.com. And if you are nearing retirement and worried about your financial future, you're going to get a whole different viewpoint. See for yourself at rebelretirement.com.